Hi there, welcome to JSA TV, where we are covering the latest in networking in terms of the latest stories, trends, and innovations throughout the entire digital infrastructure community. We are here live at ITW 2025 in National Harbor, Maryland. Quite the excitement around us, and I am honored to be joined by two colleagues from Raeden. First, Tim Piccirilli. He is the Vice President of Strategy for Raeden. And also Natalie Parra-Novosad. How did I do?
Great.
Great. Director of Marketing from Raeden. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Awesome.
It's a pleasure to have you too. All right. How is the show going for you?
Show's going great. We're a startup, a newer company, and for a lot of folks, an unknown entity. So it's been great for us to tell the Raeden story, introduce ourselves, and make a lot of really great connections.
Terrific. Okay, well then why don't you start right there? I would love to hear more about Raeden. Tell us about your organization.
Sure. So Raeden is a data center and technology infrastructure solution provider. We are a young company, but our founders are veterans in the commercial real estate and data center operations industries. So there's a lot of experience there with the two of them, and we have great teams on the real estate side and on the data center operations side. And we're both really excited to work for Raeden and see a lot of potential in our future there.
Geographies?
So we're primarily focused inside North America. We do have some international assets and good partners that help us complete a global footprint. But with 30,000 locations that we have under contract, we offer a lot of flexibility to customers who are looking to co-locate or expand their data center footprint here inside the U.S.
That's important. Location is everything, isn't it?
For sure. And right now, a lot of people have to settle. And we give them the flexibility of actually being where they want to be and what's ideal for their business versus having to settle for something that's less than ideal or takes forever to get to.
Right, that makes sense. Well, another area where there's potentially settling is power. It is such a big conversation around data centers and for all of us here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your strategy there? Because there is no settling there. You guys are power forward, and I'd love to hear more about it.
For sure. So one of the pieces that is really important to Raeden is the adaptive reuse of existing real estate.
Great.
And part of that is power is already provisioned to a lot of locations today from a commercial real estate perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that power is stranded.
Okay.
So instead of going to the utilities and requesting more power, having to do more power plants, it's a super efficient way to be able to use existing power, which then allows for you not to overstress the grid. You can be a lot more sustainable. But the other part that's really important is you can actually have speed. So when you have technology moving faster than the infrastructure, you have our current situation today.
Right.
By us leveraging power that's already provisioned to locations and modernizing those facilities to be able to allow for whatever the customer requirements are for those specific locations, we can actually accelerate and bring customers into a data center within 6 to 12 months instead of having to wait 3 to 5 years for power, water, supplies, all those other pieces. We've already established those kind of supply chains and power provisioning to be able to help our customers deliver to their customers better, faster, and more effective than what they can do today.
And that's not an easy lift. There's so many steps that go into it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's a very complex industry with a lot of moving parts. Yeah.
Makes sense. One more question for you all. Why is it important to be able to modernize existing real estate inventory? Let's talk a little sustainability, because I think that's an interesting angle as well that you were telling me a little bit about off camera.
Yep, and Tim mentioned that as well in talking about leveraging existing power resources. We don't have to build new data centers from the ground up, but we can utilize space, sometimes dormant space. As we know, a lot of people have shifted to remote work, and we get a lot of unused commercial spaces, in addition to unused power and resources, but also space that we can leverage for data centers.
Terrific. Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I'd say the other piece is that it gives us the flexibility that a lot of established data centers don't have. So trying to do liquid to the chip or any of the more like immersion or advanced technologies that are out there,
Right.
facilities that were built with a single purpose or a single model in mind sometimes have to go through a massive renovation, or they're just flat out incapable of actually being able to do that.
Right.
With us being able to reuse or upscale existing real estate that's out there and deployed, we can actually customize and have those solutions right off the bat versus trying to shoehorn something that doesn't necessarily fit.
That's critical. It sounds like a really good model here.
It's exciting for sure.
Great. Tim, Natalie, thank you.
Thank you so much for having
joining
us.
us on
Thank you.
JSA TV today.
No, that's been awesome. Thank you again.
Oh, of course, of course. So thank you to you and to our viewers over at JSA. Thank you for tuning in. I invite you to stay curious, stay connected, and actually stay tuned because we have other live interviews coming to you this morning as well. And that's a wrap. Thank you.